pledge allegiance to our flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. David, we'll go ahead and do item number 1, which is resolution 18-16 for payment of the bills in the amount of $1,914,434.87. Is there a motion to adopt that resolution?
I'll make a motion for item 1.
Second.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. We're going to go ahead and now skip to number 8. We're going to do 8, 9, and 10. Gary?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, it's 7? Okay, gotcha. Yep. You're on.
Ready. Recommendation of myself, Director of Court Services, Clermont County Juvenile Court, with the concurrence of Stephen H. Rabel, County Administrator, to authorize Robert L. Proud, President of the Board of County Commissioners, to execute a government product lease agreement with meter rental agreement by and between the County of Clermont, Ohio, and Mail Finance Incorporated, a Neopost USA company, 478 Wheelers Farm Road, Milford, Connecticut, 06461, for the lease of the below-listed equipment for the Clermont County Juvenile Court, 2340 Clermont Center Drive, Batavia, Ohio, in the amount of $183.09 per month for a period of 60 months, payable quarterly for a total cost not to exceed $10,985.40, effective upon the installation thereof, pursuant to and in compliance with the terms and conditions specified therein, and contingent upon the release of the purchase order required therefore in concert with requisition number 2159 dated January 29, 2016, relative thereto. This is for a mailing machine and the weight, the 10-pound weight machine that goes with it.
Scale.
Scale. There you go.
Is there a motion then to execute the reference government product lease agreement with meter rental agreement as recommended with a contingency?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. 9.
Recommendation of myself, Director of Court Services, Clermont County Juvenile Court, with the concurrence of Stephen H. Rabel, County Administrator, to authorize Robert L. Proud, President of the Board of County Commissioners, to execute purchase agreements with meter rental agreements and addendum to agreements by and between the County of Clermont, Ohio, and Neopost USA, 478 Wheelers Farm Road, Milford, Connecticut, for the acquisition and installation of print machine software at a cost not to exceed $26,499.99, as well as the annual maintenance relative thereto in the amount of $3,568.30 to be utilized by the Clermont County Juvenile Court in the mailing of documents therefore pursuant to and in compliance with the terms and conditions set forth therein, and contingent upon the release of the required purchase orders in concert with requisition numbers 1858 and 2162 dated January 15th and January 29th respectfully. And this is just the software that goes along with the equipment.
So $26,000 for software so we can put mail on, or put labels or
Well,
postage on
the
the
biggest thing that'll allow us to do is allow us to, right now we have to do our certified mail, we do about 4,000 of them a year. We actually have to feed in our printer one envelope at a time as we're doing this. And like last Friday, we did like 90 certified mails at a time, so we actually have to go in
So it's
and feed one at a time through this
specifically for
process.
certified mail then.
Yeah, and this will take away all that. This is all gonna be electronically. We'll be able to use just regular envelopes that have certified mail on it, so we'll be able to communicate with the post office directly. Common Pleas Court and Municipal Court both have already done this as well, so.
Is there a motion then to execute the purchase agreements with meter rental agreement and addendum to the agreements with a contingency as recommended?
I'll make a motion for item 9.
Second.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. 10, please.
Recommendation of myself, Director of Court Services, Clermont County Probate Court, with the concurrence of Stephen H. Rabel, County Administrator, to authorize Robert L. Proud, President of the Board of County Commissioners, to execute a purchase agreement with meter rental agreement by and between the County of Clermont, Ohio, and Neopost USA, 478 Wheelers Farm Road, Milford, Connecticut, for the acquisition and installation of one infused desktop edition software up to 25,000 records at a cost not to exceed $690 to be utilized by the Clermont County Probate Court in the mailing of documents therefore pursuant to and in compliance with the terms and conditions set forth therein, and contingent upon the release of the required purchase order in concert with requisition number 2161 dated January 29, 2016, relative thereto. And this is just software that probate court will be able to utilize because we have this equipment in juvenile court that allowed them on some of these addresses that come back unfound. This is national software out there to help us find those addresses.
Okay. Is there a motion then to execute the reference purchase agreement with meter rental agreement with a contingency as recommended?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Yubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. And lastly, 11, please.
Recommendation of myself, Director of Court Services, Clermont County Juvenile Court, with the concurrence of Stephen H. Raybolt, County Administrator, to acknowledge the electronic filing of the 2015 Edward Byrne Memorial Justice Assistance Grant application for funding through the Ohio Department of Public Safety, Office of Criminal Justice Services, P.O. Box 182632, 1970, West Broad Street, Columbus, Ohio, for the project entitled Family Dependency Treatment Court Development to be implemented by the Clermont County Juvenile Court, and to authorize Robert L. Proud, President of the Board of County Commissioners, to execute the pre-award conditions forms for government, public, and private agencies relative thereto as a subgrant agency authorized official therefore in the amount of $12,300 with no local cash match required therefore for a total project budget of $12,300 for the period of January 1st through December 31st of this year pursuant to and in compliance with the terms and conditions set forth therein. And this is, last week I was here actually revising the grant from last year. This is the funding for 2016, and it's funding, for a family dependency treatment court, which will allow our staff and actually some CPS staff to go to the National Drug Court Conference.
How many years have you gotten that grant, Gary?
This is the second year.
Second.
Second year, yes.
Is there a motion then to acknowledge the electronic filing and to execute the pre-award condition forms for government, public, and private agencies as recommended?
I'll make a motion for item 11.
Second.
Mr. Yubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Okay. Thank you all. Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go back to item number 2. Hi, Sandy.
Good morning.
Morning.
Sandy Tahat with Human Resources, and item 2 is a recommendation of Judy Eschman, Director of the Department of Job and Family Services, with the concurrence of Stephen H. Raybolt, County Administrator, to appoint the following representatives to serve on the Child Abuse and Child Neglect Regional Prevention Council for the terms outlined below for the purpose of administering child abuse and child neglect prevention programming and services in the Southwest Ohio region, pursuant to and in compliance with Section 3109.172C1 of the Ohio Revised Code. With the Clermont County Department of Job and Family Services, we have Susan Grabowski, Social Services Supervisor, and with Clermont County Mental Health and Recovery Board, Gretchen Beheimer, Family and Children First Program Director, both for the term of March 1st, 2016 through February 28th, 2018.
Is there a motion then to make the appointment of the following individuals with the Child Abuse and Child Neglect Regional Prevention Council as recommended?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Yubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item 3, please. Lyle.
Morning.
Morning.
Lyle Bloom, Director with the Water Resource Department. Item 3 is a recommendation to authorize the release of maintenance bonds that provided surety for the installation of water main extensions to serve the following subdivisions and to accept said water main extensions into the county waterworks system pursuant to the Clermont County Water Resource Department rules and regulations. And the first subdivision is the Reserves at Liberty Crossing Subdivision, Section 3, Union Township. The bond amount is $3,260. The next is the Reserves at Liberty Crossing Subdivision, Section 2 in Union Township. The bond amount is $4,500. The next is the Reserves of Weatherby Farm Subdivision, Section 8C in Union Township. The bond is $1,750. And the last is the Reserves of Weatherby Farm Subdivision, Section 8B in Union Township, and the bond amount is $2,400.
Is there a motion then to authorize release of the maintenance bonds and to accept extensions into our county system as recommended?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Mr. Yubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. 4, please.
Item number 4 is a recommendation to accept the following grants of sewer easements with rights of reentry for repair and replacement, and is granted and conveyed to Clermont County for utility purposes of constructing, operating, maintaining, repairing, replacing, removing, or reinstalling sewer utility lines, pumping equipment, manholes, and all incidental fixtures required for the transportation of sewage in, on, under, and across the property of the grantors. And this is relative to the Bethel Area Sewer Replacement Project located within the Village of Bethel. And further to authorize the county auditor to remit payment to the grantors in the amounts outlined, and as indicated on the settlement sheets, for compensation for the permanent easement and right-of-ways, and to remit payment in the amount of $72 payable to J. Robert True, the county treasurer, for the recording fees. The first grantor is Kristen Harp for property at 2697 Spring Street, and the next is the Bethel Tate Board of Education for property on Easter Road. And this is 2 of the 31 easements that we'll need for this project.
Is there a motion then to accept the grants of sewer easements with right of reentry and to authorize payment and compensation as recommended?
I'll make the motion for item 4.
Second.
Mr. Yubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. 5, please.
Item number 5 is a recommendation to adopt resolution number 19-16, determining to make improvements relative to the construction, operation, and maintenance of the Miamiville Sewer Extension Project located in Miami Township. This is designated as project number 6402-60122 in conformance with detailed plans, specifications, and estimates of cost and financing, all of which shall be paid from one or more of any combination of the Wastewater Replacement and Improvement Fund, Wastewater Capital Improvement Fund, any portion of any federal or state grant or loan, should such become available, and/or by the issuance of notes or bonds pursuant to Section 133.08 of the Ohio Revised Code, and payable from revenues derived from sewer rates and charges levied for the operation of the Clermont County wastewater system, with the Board of Miami Township Trustees to assume the financial responsibilities and reimburse the county for the total cost of the project, excluding construction costs associated with infrastructure oversizing, which will be paid by the county, and to approve the request to advertise for bids pursuant to the plans and specifications, and to authorize the clerk of the board to place a legal notice in a newspaper of general circulation on Thursday, February 18th, 2016, schedule the non-mandatory pre-bid meeting on Thursday, March 10th, 2016 at 10 a.m., with bids to be received until 2:00 p.m. local time on Thursday, March 17th, here in the Office of the Board of County Commissioners, where they will be publicly open and read aloud shortly thereafter, and the legal notice will also be posted on the county's website. The engineer's estimate on this project is $969,800. This will be a sewer extension from the Ward's Corner treatment plant, about 2,000 feet west to Ward's Corner Road. The recommendation stated that township will be paying the majority of the costs associated with this project, and there are also 2 extensions off of this that's included in the project down Bet Ann and Riverview Lanes to serve property owners on those streets as well.
And so Miami Township then is going to reimburse for the whole project cost?
Right, they've already reimbursed us for the engineering fees and right-of-way expenses. The only thing that they will not be reimbursing the county for are the costs associated with the oversizing. So we're gonna look at the cost. I think it's I'm going off memory here, an 18-inch sewer, I believe, going down Level Miamiville and 126, and we'll pay for the difference between the 8-inch and the 18-inch, the cost to oversize that pipe.
That's a good partnership.
Yes.
Is there a motion then to adopt resolution number 19-16 and also approve the request advertised for bids and placing the legal notice in the newspaper as recommended?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Yubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. Thanks, Lyle.
Thank you.
Andy, item 6, please. Morning.
This is a recommendation to execute a contract for professional services between the Board of County Commissioners and Woolport, Inc. of Dayton, Ohio for the 2016 countywide aerial LiDAR project in accordance with the scope of services identified in Attachment A for a total cost not to exceed $103,432 and contingent upon the release of the purchase order. LiDAR is used to create the relief map for the county GIS system, which includes creating contour lines. Those are important for a lot of different uses in county agencies. Water resources, for example, really depends on those in planning out water and sewer projects. And the last time the current data that we have, the LiDAR data, was last created in 2006. So really needs to be
A
updated.
lot of changes this,
Is that where they put the little crosses out all over the county, so when they do the aerial, they can?
Exceeding my knowledge of this, I'm pinch hitting for Kelly Perry. I don't know, maybe
Okay.
Mr. Rabel can,
yeah.
Yes. I've seen them put one in my front yard quite often, so I figured it's some kind of demarcation point for GIS.
Yes, that's correct.
And to let you know too, that's how we got him, because we had a contract with Wolpert to do our GIS
Uh-huh.
on that, and he worked for Wolpert. So we stole,
Stealing
it
employees?
was, you know, it was a good theft. Do you know when they're planning on doing that?
Soon.
by September of 2016, I believe.
It's supposed to be done by then.
Is that every couple years, Andy? Did you say that? I didn't-
Well, last time it was done was 10 years ago, so, but we're going to be doing this one by September 30th, or later then. Yep.
Is there a motion then to execute the contract for professional services with the contingency as recommended?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. Thank you. Suki, item 7, please.
Good morning, I'm Suki Sheets with the Office of Management and Budget, and item 7 is a recommendation to execute a contract for services between the board and the Clermont Shelter at Work Administration Services and the board, the Clermont County Board of Developmental Disabilities. This is for the services related to the records management, what's she calling it, work services program, where they utilize people from these programs and help them get the records ready to scan. This will be for the 2016 calendar year, contingent upon the issuance of a purchase order and at a value not to exceed $10,000.
And worth every penny.
They are. We've held them off until we got this contract underway, so they'll be anxious to get back to work.
Is there a motion then to execute contract services agreement with the county and our Clermont Sheltered Work Administrative Services as recommended?
I'll gladly make the motion for item 7.
Second.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. I know this is one thing that their levy actually covers too, so. All right, item 12. Is it 12? Or did I miss
Bob.
one? Yeah.
Bob Sander, Human Resources. Item 12 is a recommendation of Pam Haverkos, Director, Clermont County Emergency Management Agency, with the concurrence of Stephen Raybold, County Administrator, to adopt a revised table of organization for the Clermont County Emergency Management Agency to eliminate the vacant position of Administrative Support Specialist full-time, classification number 19142, pay range 10, and to add the position of Administrative Support Specialist part-time temporary, classification number 19142, pay range 10, effective 3/1/2016, and further to authorize the update of the appropriate internet links and appendices accordingly. With movement of this, the change in the TO, we have already put in the 2016 appropriation, a savings of over $21,000.
Great.
Is there a motion then to adopt the referenced revised table of organization and also to authorize the appropriate updates as recommended?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. Thanks, Bob. 13, please.
13 is a recommendation to appoint the following individual to serve on the Clermont County Convention and Visitors Bureau. Board of Trustees, fill an unexpired term, and it's Tamalia Russell, Eastgate Boulevard, Cincinnati, Ohio, from 2/10/16 through 8/31/16.
Is there a motion then to make the appointment as recommended?
I will make that motion to appoint her to the Convention Visitors Bureau.
I'll second that.
Mr. Ubel? Mr.
Yes.
Proud?
Yay. We welcome her.
She's a hotelier, so she's a general manager of one of the local hotels, so,
Is it Fairfield?
yeah,
Okay.
so.
Item 14, please.
Item 14 is my recommendation to approve the electronic subscription renewals for the provision of software and hardware updates and support at the not-to-exceed estimated rates and terms outlined below and set forth in the electronic subscription renewals, all of which are on file in Telecommunications Division, which also, and authorize the county auditor to remit payment accordingly pursuant to and compliance with the allocated funds set forth in the annual appropriations for calendar year 2016. We have Verso Technologies for Telemate Collector Pro software for $500, and the Telemate Enterprise software and additional data sources for $2,800. the Combite USA, Fluke OptiView XG system, and the Fluke AirCheck Wi-Fi tester, and the Alertus Technologies LLC for the Alertus notification system.
Is there a motion then to approve the referenced electronic subscription renewals and authorize the county auditor to make the payment as recommended?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. Yvonne, do you have item 15?
Good morning.
Morning.
It is my recommendation as a benefit coordinator with the concurrence of Stephen H. Raybolt, County Administrator, to authorize Robert L. Proud, President of the Board of County Commissioners, to execute a tuition assistance application submitted by Jerry Eaton of the Information Systems Department for participation in the Clermont County Tuition Assistance Program pursuant to Section 4.12 of the Clermont County Personnel Policy and Procedures Manual.
Is there a motion then to execute the referenced tuition assistance application as recommended?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. And 16, please.
It's my recommendation with the concurrence of Stephen H. Raybolt, County Administrator, to execute tuition assistance agreements submitted by the following employees for participation in the Clermont County Tuition Assistance Program and to authorize reimbursement in the amount as outlined below pursuant to Section 4.12 of the Clermont County Personnel Policy and Procedures Manual. And those employees are Kenneth Crawford of the Clermont County Juvenile Court System and the amount of $831.88, and Jennifer Rasnick, also of the Clermont County Juvenile Court System, in the amount of $1,134.20, which represents the remaining maximum balance of her reimbursement for 2015.
What's the difference between that and 15? Remember? I mean,
I'm sorry?
why are we separating?
One is an application for assistance, and the other one's a reimbursement.
Okay.
Is there a motion then to execute the reference tuition assistance agreements and authorize the reimbursement as recommended?
I'll make the motion for item 16.
Second.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Vaughn. 17, please.
Item 17 is a recommendation to adopt Resolution 20-16, resolving to schedule a regular session of the Board of County Commissioners on Friday, February 19th at 10 a.m. at the Sim Haven, 225 Cleveland Avenue, Milford, Ohio, to consider pending financial transactions, travel and training requests, personnel actions, and any other business which may lawfully be considered at that regular session. This is pursuant to compliance with Section 305.06, subsection B of the Ohio Revised Code.
Is there a motion then to adopt resolution number 20-16 as recommended?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. Financials, 18, please.
Financials, we have two financials this week. They're both cash advance repayments. First from the narcotics unit to the general fund, $75,000 to repay in advance from December of 14. And secondly, from community transportation back to the general fund, $1 million to repay in advance from February of 14. Both of these funds right now can support themselves without a current advance. We'll be watching the CTC fund since their money comes through SORTA. A lot of their money comes through SORTA and just once a year. But we'll see how far they get this year without having to re-advance.
Is there a motion then to approve the reference cash advance of funds as recommended?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. I see we have a need for an executive session.
Sir.
Is there a motion then to go into executive session under section 121.22 G1 and G4 of the Ohio Revised Code? And this is to consider the compensation of one or more public employees and also to prepare for, conduct, or review negotiations or bargaining sessions with public employees concerning their compensation or other terms and conditions of their employment respectively. Is there a motion to go into executive session under those sections?
I will make that motion.
Second.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. We'll be back in a little bit. All right, let the record show the board came out of executive session and has resumed its regular session, again with no decisions made. And we do have the minutes for us of today's session. Commissioner Ubel, when you get a chance to look at those, just entertain a motion to approve them.
I have looked at them, and I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the regular session of February 10th, 2016.
I'll second that.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. Again, no further business?
Yes, sir.
And is there a motion to adjourn today's session?
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. And thank you all. God bless. Stay safe.